Hey, welcome back to MCOC Noxie, the master of mediocre gameplay. This is War 8. The opponent has banned Torch, Quake, and Corvus. And my little girl wants to say hi.
Hi!
Alright, so we need a good war here for our alliance. We are having a rough go of it so far. I think we're something like 3-4, 2-4, I don't know, something like that. I've honestly haven't been paying attention to the record. It's been so discouraging. So we've got I don't know if that's a rank 2 Toad. I think it might be a rank 2 Toad. That's definitely going to be a rank 2 Sassy, right, with that PI. I want to take a look. Of course, he's an unstoppable armor defender. I'm not taking that Torch, not taking that thing. I am going to take that Apoc, and that's a rank 4 Apoc there on node 24. Then I got a Gilly 2099 and a Strife. And I think that's my last fight of this war. Let me see here. I know I don't take Black Panther, and I know I think about that Ultron. I think he might have been gobbled up by a teammate before I get there. So the team is going to be Warlock and Cable for the synergies there, and then Nebula for the Apoc on node 24. Alright, so here we've got this Toad. This has got to be a rank 2, right? Yeah, his PI is way too low. I think Toad has decent prestige. Yeah, so it's just a rank 2. I wasn't worried about this fight at all. Warlock shuts pretty much any fight on this node down. He basically just turns it off. I remember Angela actually being the trickiest. It's a character in the game, baby. My 3-year-old's here with me. I remember Angela being tricky because she was proccing tons of unblockable. I don't know why I don't see her on this node more often. I don't know if it changed or people just don't know how good Angela is there. But as you can tell, this rank 2 Toad is just no match for my rank 3 Warlock. And that fight is easy breezy. And we'll be moving on to what I think is a rank 2 Sassy, or is it a 5-star? Yeah, it's a 5-star rank 5. Okay, so he's a high sig rank 5 Sassy. You know, he's got the highest health pool in the game, or one of the highest. He's either 1 or number 2. So the name of the game here is Watch That Timer, Dummy. Because there goes my indestructible. Awesome. You know, it's not an Oxy fight if you don't take a combo to the face for absolutely no good reason. I mean, just for the heck of it. So watch the timer. Oof. I don't know if I was really watching the timer right there. Am I watching this timer? Let's see. Okay, I am watching. Okay, good. I'm watching the timer now. Oh, just some more punches. Just take some more punches, man. Oh, gosh. It's embarrassing to watch these back for the first time as you record your voiceover. Just like, oh, I could have done all of this much better. So this will give me a little bit healing. I didn't happen to notice how many infections I had up at the time. So yes, they gave me some good healing back. I had 2 infections up, so that's good. He's in Wrath of Tanarak, and he's unstoppable. So keep an eye on the timer there, Noxie. Oh, he procs unstoppable, and I'm just taking a million punches to the face. Ah, yikes. I did not remember this fight being so bad. I'll give the ending away. I win this fight, but I did not remember it being this bad. I feel like I've done a much better job with unstoppable armor timers recently, because we're in a tier where you can do unstoppable armor or mystic dispersion. So this was unstoppable armor, obviously. All right, so watch the timer. Okay, so I think I'm finally clued into watching the timer. It looks like. Oh gosh, man. I hope none of you have fights like this, and in another sense, I hope you all have fights like this. And maybe y'all are too good. Maybe you never lose focus and just forget how to play the game. So the Toad fight went perfectly. The Sassy fight went downhill pretty fast there. How many hits did I take? I took 17 hits. My gosh. Oh, it's a good thing Sassy doesn't do too much. All right, so here is I paused it because my recording just goes basically straight into the fight. This is a rank 4 unduped. So taking an unduped champ to rank 4, bold of this guy. But this is a rank 4 Apoc on node 24, which Nebula is a great answer for. Obviously, if it's a robot on the node, she is the answer for, because she just turns the whole node off, which is awesome. But I'm going to tell you right now, I lose this fight. But here's the thing. I don't know if you've ever had a fight like this. I learned so much about this fight coming out of it. And I was like, oh, I know 100% what I did wrong. I had, it's Bubble Shield, but I had kind of forgotten about Bubble Shield. And so, what am I? I'm already up to 8 or 9, it looks like right there. No, yeah, 9. Now 10. So his next attack's going to be unblockable. And then I evaded that. That's good. And so at this point, I'm feeling pretty good about this fight, right? So here's what I learned from this fight. I learned you don't let him hit into you, which the rest of you are like, yeah, no, duh, it's Bubble Shield. But I'm really focused on trying to build amp charges here. And I don't need to worry about building any amp charges here. Because when he lets off a special, and you all know how this is going to go. When he lets off a special, it juices up my amp charges. So I do a good job evading the first 2, and then the third one catches me, and that's the fight. So you guys know, a fight with Apoc like that, a fight with Apoc can just turn around real fast, especially if you're going to take an SP2 to the face. Okay, baby, I'll help you in a second, okay? My daughter is so precious. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to go back in there, and I'm the answer to this fight. I have the best counter to this fight with my Nebula of everyone in Section 1. I'm going to go back in there, and I'm going to do this right. And you're going to see, I think I still take a little bit of damage in this second life, but it goes much, much better. Because I realize, okay, I'm going to evade. I'm not going to worry as much about building amp charges. And I realized a part of my problem in that first go-around, that first life, was that I was blocking too much. And he was doing the classic AI thing, where he was trying to, heavy into my block. He wasn't throwing his special 1. I need him to throw his special 1. Because that special 2 is just hard for me. I've got special 1 figured out, right? I really do. You take the first 2 on the block, you evade the third, you dive in for an attack, you punish it. I came out of that death going like, oh, dang it, I died, but I've got this fight now. So there we go. I lost track of Bubble Shield, and I can tell you something right now. I take this exact same fight in our very next war. And so make sure you come back for the next war video and see how it goes. See if I learned my lessons from that death. So I was bummed by that death. I hate dying. But I learned a lot from that fight. I learned how to do that fight.
Say that word.
And so here we got a 2099 Gilly.
Don't say hate.
Okay, thank you, baby. Boosting up big for this Gilly fight, because I've got a Gilly and a Strife back-to-back that I'm both taking with Warlock. So here we go. I gotta tell you, I am not worried about this fight at all. Obviously, I would prefer to push her 2 or SP2, but, if we have to take a couple SP1s into the block, we'll be okay. So I've got her to her SP2, which is exactly what I want. Got 2 infections up. She is not going to heal. Got back to my SP2. Wow, she's gone. She's gone. Man, my boost just jacked Warlock there. He's doing so much damage. Don't let anyone ever tell you Warlock didn't put up good damage. Now, I don't know about for general questing and everything, but like in war, Warlock is one of the most useful champs in the entire game, bar none. Like no one else even really. I mean, there are people that can compare, right? There are, but he is absolutely one of the most effective war attackers in the game. And of course, he's always a great war defender, and then a great battlegrounds option as well. So here we've got this Strife. The goal here is, of course, don't fall for his cloak or invisibility. And then pretty much don't push him to his SP2, and then everything else is straightforward. I think I get caught. I really don't like these SP1s where the screen shifts on you, and you're just kind of like your timing, I'll speak for myself, my timing gets thrown very easily by those kind of SP1s. Kind of like the Doctor Strange SP1 where it's you really have to be on top of it. But you're noticing, of course, that this fight is just done. It's done. And so I did have that loss to Apoc, that rank 4 Apoc. I like that even at our tier level, we're starting to see more rank 4s. That's fun. So I lost. I contributed to the death count, which I hate to do, man. And we lost this war. Really, really stinks that we lost this war because we lost it even though the other team had more deaths than we did. They had more attack bonus than we did, and that was the difference. So it's really bummer, just kind of getting screwed by the technicality of the rules. I always think if you have more deaths, that should count against you, right? But they had more deaths, and yet they had a better attack bonus. So there we go. Come back to War 8. It's a good one. Y'all be good.